What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this week we join Renfield as a familiar to Dracula.
Dracula. One, two. Oh, wait, that's a different count. That's Count Von Count, but he doesn't count as a vampire. No, of course he does. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Renfield, Nicolas Cage, Nicholas Hoult, Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
I did not realize that he was in this. Who else do we have?
Awkwafina.
Awkwafina. That's right. I forgot the guy's name, but he's in that show Ghosts, the American remake version of it. He plays one of the characters from it. He's the guy at the group therapy things. He's the leader of that. Hilarious guy. Yeah. But anyway, so Nicholas Hoult plays Nicolas Cage's familiar, basically his assistant, but is the word indentured good to use at this point?
I mean he calls him his familiar.
Yeah, so I mean, basically
he's a servant. Yeah,
he's a servant, but he's almost enslaved.
Yeah, basically.
In a way. He doesn't want to be anymore.
I don't know if you realize this, Chris, but this is basically set up as a sequel to Dracula, like the original movie.
It?
Yeah, because at the movie starts out with like these black and white scenes, right, where Renfield is kind of telling it. Those are reenactments of scenes from the original. Yeah.
with Bela
Lugosi and
Bela Lugosi. Yeah. Wow, so, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at all. So we've got Nicholas Hoult or Renfield, who does not want to be the assistant anymore.
Yeah.
To Dracula. Because he doesn't think that what Dracula is doing is right and moral, and he just kind of wants to live his own life and have a life of his own as a human. And so we get Dracula, who's kind of stuck at the beginning because he gets hurt by the sunlight.
Yeah,
and so he's kind of out of commission for a while, and Renfield is supposed to bring him some tasty goodies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he has very specific requests, just come on, a few nuns, a bus full of cheerleaders. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I want at least half of those.
I know, right?
Things. I mean, come on now. Awkwafina plays a police officer whose father was killed by a what would you call it? The mafia, basically.
Yeah, they're like the drug kingpins.
Yeah. And Ben Schwartz plays the son of the head of the cartel.
Yes, the head of the cartel is played by Shore Agdashlu. Shore Agdashlu is what it is. An amazing actress, one of those who is not often in the forefront, but elevates anything she's in.
Yeah. Well done with that name, by the way.
Yeah.
That was.
I looked it up. I found video of her saying her name. So
okay. Well, I mean, I was not aware of your skills as a butcher.
Yeah.
Until then,
I got pretty close to the way she pronounced it.
So. But no. What were your? I mean, I don't even know what to talk about in this film. Without giving a ton of it away, it's like, I guess we can just go into our thoughts on it. What were your thoughts as Nicolas Cage as Dracula? Let's start there.
I mean, look, I think you'd be hard pressed to disagree, right? That that's not a good way of phrasing that. This is without a doubt one of, if not his absolute best performance.
He did an
is
incredible job
hamming it up here. You can tell that he loves this role.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he's just,
he absolutely, he nailed this.
Yeah.
I mean, the accent, the mannerisms, just everything about this.
Yeah. To the point where
he really sank his teeth into it.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah. And he kind of, he almost looks the part. He looks like the original.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, it's uncanny.
I heard somebody say that the other day. Was it Steve Barton? Was it Uncle Creepy who said that?
It may have been.
He was like, I did not realize how much Nicolas Cage looks like Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
And I remember reading it from somewhere, but they were just like shocked at it. And I was like, yeah, he does. He pulled this off brilliantly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and there are parts where, I mean, it's still kind of got that Nicolas Cage voice a little bit if you're familiar enough with him, but there are parts in the movie where, you know, because Dracula had been so damaged by the sunlight, that it's not blatantly obvious that it's him, but he just played it so well. It's an unbelievable performance.
Yeah. He did an incredible job at it. I thought that Nicholas Hoult did a great job as Renfield as well. He played this character that you just felt a lot of empathy for in his situation. But he also kind of played a badass all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fight scenes in this were...
yeah.
It was somewhere between John Wick and over the top, just...
I was going to say Evil Dead.
Like we're just bodies just exploding and limbs
and specifically like Evil Dead 2, right? You know, so the high campy over the top, like you said,
stomp on a head and the thing just explodes everywhere. It was funny, fun, bloody, gory goodness.
I would argue that like maybe some of the like the effects a little too CGI for me.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah. But it's not like that all the way through. There's just some that were obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely does not skimp on the gore.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts, and this isn't giving anything away, was the fight scene in the courtyard.
Yeah.
And using someone's arms as nunchucks.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. That was a great scene. And the whole movie, whether it's a fight scene or just, you know, a scene with two characters talking or whatever, there's just humor peppered throughout. I saw one critic was like, it's a one joke film, and I'm like, well, maybe if you don't understand like any of the lore,
humor,
you know, or the concept of humor, you know, I mean, there's this. He comes home to his apartment and Dracula's inside, and he looks down at his welcome mat, right? And it says, "Welcome, come on in," and he's just like, oh, crap.
Where he's just like, "Oh, I already welcomed him in." Yeah, I mean, it's just, they did a great job with it. The writing was spot on.
Yeah,
the acting was incredible. The timing, I think that's a big part of it too, was timing. And each one of these characters had the exact timing that they needed to pull off their role. Because you can write stuff but not have that timing behind it and it just fall flat. And I think every one of these characters did incredible.
I did too. And you know, I saw one complaint. Somebody said they thought it was too long, and I'm sitting here like, really? It was over before I even knew it.
Yeah, I mean, an hour and a half to me is not too long for any. Well, I take that back. I've seen a few films where I was just like, an hour and a half is just rough.
Yeah,
On this
this
one.
wasn't one of them. This movie was so fast paced, and not to the point that you're topping too much from scene to scene. It's just like you said, it was the pacing was so perfect that everything got exactly the amount of screen time you felt like it needed, and not a moment more.
Now, okay, I do have one complaint about. I would have actually liked to have seen a little bit more Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And I get the movie's called Renfield. It's not called Dracula.
Yeah.
So I would have personally liked to have seen a little bit more Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get where they were.
It'd be hard not to want that just because of how good he was in that role.
Yeah, he did. It was just so good. But Ben Schwartz, I did not realize he was going to be in this film.
I didn't either.
I love Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
I really, really do. This guy, he is hilarious.
Yeah.
Him to me, I've loved him in every role that I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Like ever. And he's just, when I saw him come on screen, I'm like, no way, he's in this. I'm so excited. He did an incredible job. And he took that role and just made it something way far and above what it could have been.
Yeah. And I don't know that I've seen him in anything like this before. Right? I mean, I've seen him in a lot of stuff, obviously, I mean, but I don't know. I guess I'm, at least recently, he's Dewey Duck. He's Sonic the Hedgehog. And I realize he's been in a ton more stuff, but it's, it's so often, I don't know that I've ever personally seen him in a bad guy role. So I don't.
Yeah. Him as a bad guy, very rare.
Yeah.
If ever.
So this was a great turn for him, at least as far as I've seen.
And I've heard that to be the case, is that most comedians and everything, like, their ideal role is to play a villain.
Oh,
because
really?
you can be so over the top with it.
Yeah. He was too.
Yeah, and he was great. He was really, really good in it.
Yeah.
Have you guys checked out Renfield? Let us know down in the comments down below. Final thoughts on this film, sir?
I mean, this automatically goes very near the top of my list for this year.
I agree.
I don't know exactly where yet, but this is easily one of my favorite films.
This was a hard one for me to place, like you say. Yeah, it's a hard one for me to place. I know it's somewhere near the top without sitting down and really looking at everything that we've gone over this year.
Yeah.
For me to go, this is in this exact spot. This one would be a hard one for me to place because it was fun. I had a really, really good time with it. For me to nitpick over things and all that sort of I would really, really be, as you used earlier, hard pressed to nitpick anything about this film.
Yeah.
So to me, it's one of the top. It's got to be within one of the top 5, top 3, maybe.
And that's kind of a shame because I feel like this movie kind of went under the radar. I mean,
I don't think enough people went out and saw it. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And I don't know, it just got overshadowed by a lot, I guess. But this is one that you should not skip. I mean,
it's incredible.
Watch it as soon as you can. I loved it.
It's great. It's great. And it's streaming. I mean, you can get it digitally.
Yeah.
Check it out, rent it, watch it, buy it, do whatever. I mean, it's that good. I want to watch it again. Like, as soon as it was over, I was just like, I have to show this movie to other people because this is so good. Now I need to find people.
I know, right?
So to show it to. So anyway, let us know down in the comments what you guys thought about this film. And while you're down there, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we can continue to do this thing rather than just talking to the air. So, which we do anyway. And I mean, we're used to it. We're used to just talking to I talk to myself when the cameras aren't even on. So anyway, hey, there's a cat.
Hey, it's a cat. The cat says, "Watch Renfield."
Watch Renfield. Watch. It gives it 2 paws up.
That's right.
Paws up. Anyway, that's it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I don't care. Whatever. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane.
Get the hell out of here, guys.
See you next time.
Next week.